In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'a, Ayanya, Al-Hahayam, Ma'ayan, Yabah, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Chaanakah, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Chaanakah, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Chaanakah, Yahweh, Tizalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayata, Yahweh, Chaanakah, Makalrai, Yashama, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashama, Taza'afka, Wawawaka, Ma'aif, Iwalam. Amen.
In the English, it's Psalms 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee. From all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore. So be it.
Psalm 83. Alahayam, Al-Damayah, Laka, Al-Takarash, Al-Dakwat, Al-Kayahana, Awabayaka, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, Al-Amaka, Yamwa, Sawada, Wayakta, Ya'aitazawa, Tazapawanka, Amawa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magaya, Wala'a, Yazaka, Sham, Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa, Aitazawa, Laba, Yakawa, Ayaka, Baya, Yakarafwa, Ahalya, Adawam, Yashamai wa Alayam, Mawaba, wa Hagayam, Gabal, wa Aimawan, wa Aimalak, Palashat, I'm Yashabia, Tazawa, Gam Ashawa, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labana Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadiam, Kashaya Shara, Kayabian, Benakan, Koyashwan, Lashamdwa, Ba'ainan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayaf, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yabmawa, Ka'irab, Wakazaraba, Wakazabak, Wakatazan, Mana'ai, Kal, Nasa Yakamwa, Asha, Amawa, Naya Russia, Lanawa, Na'awa, Alahayam, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya, Raka, Ka'ash, Taba Yaira, Wakalaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Darad Atma, Basha'aika, Wabasha, Wapafka, Taba Alam, Mala, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shankar, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Bahalwa, Aid, Waya, Kapara, Waya, Abawadwa, Wayadawa, Kaya Ata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Iwalam, Alka Ha Arataza, Aman.
That's right. Good job, brother. Good job. In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They are helping the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zan, yea, all their princes, as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us wood. And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
Say the prayer for the curses in English. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
And death to the heathen.
And death to the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school, send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, death to the heathen, and shake loose, the pockets of the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the school, force their riches, to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. And death to the Edomites. And the nation. And their drug dealers. The court system. The prison system. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies. Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinheads. Posse Comitatus. The gay movement. The lesbian. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. NASA space program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airways. The cable access channels. And the radio channels. Convict the spirit. Of any of thy people. That seek to stop us. And bring swift death. To all the heathen. That stand in the way. Or try to stop us. From broadcasting your words. Throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the terrorists. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And destroy. Cause the terrorists to come against America. To come against United Kingdom. And destroy them. And their stronghold. Let America shake. Let United Kingdom shake. At the hands of the terrorists. Let Yahweh shine. Michael and Gabriel. Come down with the flying saucers. And kill all the heathen. And kill all the heathen. And come up against us. As we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all. It is the angels that had done it. Cause it to be spread through the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake up thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you always. So be it.
Ishabia.
Somebody check these door if there's people. Whoever's on the show. Everybody in here have a apocrypha? No? You're scared to talk, or do something you're scared to talk. Kick everybody out. Everybody in here have a apocrypha? Yes? No? Let me see those. Good night. What's going on here? Bunyan, this is your fault. I'm joking. Is this thing on? Okay. Everybody, you'll have phones, right? You only have, if we have extra apocryphas, you could pass them. Pass them central where somebody could pass them central where somebody, make sure the sisters have one they could follow in. If everybody could be in the middle and the seat. She has one? Okay, well, the sisters around you can see, right? You might be able to pull up one online. Whoever read it. Hold on, I show these brothers here. Dylan, you got one? What about who's in front of you?
Anyone still need that apocrypha?
Paddy, you got one?
Paddy?
You got one? Good.
No.
Give him that one. All right. Is there a later train? It was the one we running later. We'll organize it. Okay, sit down. Don't worry about it. Let me get a paper towel. Anybody else have to leave because of some circumstances?
Not yet.
Slavery?
Not yet.
All right. So tonight is the feast of Chaanakah, it's the feast of the dedication. So what? Let's go out. Let me get something here too, all right? Do you have something in the fridge? Some ice?
That was strong.
No, let me get that first. Not this. You don't have another bottle in there?
Yeah, there's an open bowl, so
Yeah, come on, I mean, you can sit. You grab it.
Why is it walking?
No, good. All right. We just got to wrap this seatbelt that you're doing something else, all right? Don't worry about crap. Just give him a call. Just give him a call. He's done. All right, so tonight is the Feast of Chaanakah, all right? Anybody know what Chaanakah means? Nobody? Anybody have an idea what Chaanakah means? No? We'll find out what's going on up here. You're only in class enough, that's the problem. But yeah, man, we gotta find out where they live in. We gotta find out where these people live. We gotta kick in the doors and stuff. God, you know, I ain't giving you no chance. You by default, you don't know. You live in with Banyam. You Chaanakah is the dedication. All right. You're straight. You're straight.
This is the only other box.
No, deal with this. Deal with this, bro. There's one of these in there. It's fine.
There's no more in there. I've left the half of in there. Must have been drank already. So.
Ain't no sweat.
You don't open that one?
Not really.
It's double wrap.
No, give me. Let's bring a couple of that. All right. Chaanakah means dedication. Ha is the, Chaanakah is dedication. All right. This is a memorial. The Lord. This is not a high holy that's found in Leviticus. This has happened after, and the Lord honored what the Maccabees family did because of what we went through under the Greeks. And the Lord said we're supposed to keep this day as a memorial. And we should remember it, because the white man remembers his Independence Day, and what do they celebrate over here for Great Wars? What are some of the days called? I know, you all had to educate me. What some of the days called?
Remembrance Day is one.
Remembrance Day, what is that about?
When the white devils died in wars. And they wear poppy to
It's like memorial. Like memorial. America has a Memorial Day. But we're supposed to remember our people who fought for us.
That's right.
You understand? This is one day here. So let's get some background on it, all right? Let me get First Maccabees chapter 1 and 1. All right? But I'm gonna read. Let me get this brother. What's his brother? What's his name, brother?
No.
Sean. You wanna read from her?
Okay.
If you don't want to, you can pass it to your brother in the back.
I'll read it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Sean. First Maccabees 1 on 1, all right?
Yeah, thanks. You watch that one.
Dr. Wong, if you need help finding it, brother,
Well, right.
you got it? You know, sir. How's the stream looking out? Is it running tight?
Yeah, that's a good sir, yeah.
Is there no ice? Let's take this back. Put some ice in it. Just put a glass of ice alone. Come on. All right, you ready? You ready? All right, let's get it. First Maccabees 1-on-1, all right? If anybody not following, let me know. I'm going to skip you all through because of the time. Just so you all know, this is, in Israel, our feast days are national parties, all right? This is a 8-day feast and party. In the kingdom of Israel, the world will shut down for 8 days to remember us killing the white man for what he did to us. And you'll see why. And a lot of people, this book has been taken out of the regular everyday Bibles. But you'll see what they did to us, and you'll see why we see the white man's devil. And we say why we pray for the Lord to slaughter each and every one of them down to their babies. Because of what they did, and it's a historical reference here. And just in case anybody think we're making it up, the brother here from Manchester, he put us out a good book that has the same account in here, historical facts, with the historical names of what they did to us. If people think this book is a made-up book. Now let's go with this glass right here, guys. Yeah, I don't know what that. That's a little too pink for me to drink. a little too pink for me to drink. It's a lot. All right. Take your time. You'll need more chairs?
Nah, so
all right, let's get it. First Maccabees 1-on-1. Start right there, all right?
First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip.
Hold on 1 second. What's going on now? What do you need?
Hold on. The charger.
Need some more space? No. Chaanakah, what more right in front here? Don't disturb them in the back. So I can sit right in front here? 18. Say again?
Because I'm using the Bible on my phone.
Okay. Can you look in someone's apocrypha?
Okay.
Yeah, let's look in someone's apocrypha. That's the meantime. All right, let's get real quick, all right? There's somebody else coming in. If they could get to sit down here real quick, anybody sitting in the seat here? All right, let's move the coke, and there's a sister coming with a kid. She can sit right there. Get her seated quickly, all right? First Maccabees 1-on-1, nice and loud, bro.
First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten to Darius, king of the Persians, and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth.
Right. So everybody know who this is, right? When they call Alexander the Great, this is him. All right. And of course, coming out under him, you had, I believe, 7 generals who broke after he fell and broke up the Roman Empire. Broke it up. All right. Go ahead.
And went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations.
Right. And took spoil of many nations, meaning what? Enslaved many nations. All right. So what? Oh, God. Still need one more seat, right? Good to go? All right, go ahead.
Insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up.
What does it mean in so much that the earth was quiet before him? Anybody knows? Come on, go ahead. If anybody have a question or need to answer, put your hands up high, right? We ain't in the white man's school. Don't do me this. Don't do me. I want to see that Israelite, that bold shit. Yeah, I mean, come on.
See so much people that it was quiet basically.
What do you mean when you say it was quiet?
There wasn't a lot of people left. Like there was, he basically almost like tamed, beat the spirit out of them.
Beat the spirit out of them. They would say the same amount of people were there, but think okay, what's going on? Is the world today quiet? You said the world was quiet?
No.
I ain't gonna say the world is quiet. Go ask the Russian ambassador. His wife balling on TV because he get laid out. Whether people say it was fake or not, you know what I mean? The world ain't quiet, right? The world is not quiet. At one time, the world was quiet, meaning he subdued everybody when no nonsense was going on. It's like daddy's home. When daddy ain't home, they're swinging from down chandelier, mommy screaming at the top of her lungs, drinking every ounce of liquor in the house because they're driving her crazy. As soon as daddy get home, everybody, yes sir, and quiet. The place is quiet because he ruled with a fist, an iron fist. You understand? And that's how the world will be when Christ returns, right? Keep going.
And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him.
Right? So now, as he subdued these countries, they will now pay him a tax. Right? Like people like to, because of Christianity, we think the world is run how America's and UK's politics is run. That's not how the world is run. The world is run like how brothers in the streets run things. You have one strong man who run the block, and everybody else who on that block who needs to survive have to pay him tax. That's how the world runs, right? You have people paying America taxes, people paying Britain taxes, and then they pass these political things like the UN and the Big 8 and all that nonsense. It's gangsters that run the world, right? Full out thugs that run the world. But now Christ is going to come back and out gangster the gangster.
That's
and
right.
out thug the thug, and the world will be quiet after that. All right, go ahead.
And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die.
Go ahead.
Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them,
Right.
while he was yet alive.
Go ahead.
So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare ruled everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them, many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right. So now, what usually happens when a king dies? What usually happens when a king dies?
Passes on to his son.
He passes it on to his son. Did that happen here? No. He died, and then they put crowns on themselves because they now his sons, but they sitting on his empire. Why did the evils multiply in the earth? Just think. If you have a ton of kids and daddy ain't home, what end up happening? The oldest son beating up the next son.
Yeah.
And then when the oldest son not there, the middle son beating up the next son. And then the next son beating up the next son. Because ain't nobody there to say everybody sit the hell down and behave. That's what happened here. They were all grabbing for power. Right? Go ahead.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed
Epiphanes,
son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Right? In this book, they tell you they would call him the Mad King. Right? Crazy one. He called himself Epiphanes, which means God manifest, meaning like he is God in the flesh. Right? Antiochus, where you get that? Antioch. Right? That's after him. Right? Antiochus Epiphanes. Go ahead.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
All right, so what does that say? Read that one more time.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded.
What kind of men?
Wicked men.
It said wicked men. All right, go ahead.
Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Right, so what does that say? Anybody? Come on, y'all give me what's going on. Y'all scared? I ain't putting in the corner today. Today we come out.
the Menite, Israel, the corrupted ones were going and making agreements.
Don't make it sound nice, but they ain't corrupted.
Wicked.
Corrupted is fruit that rotten. And bananas that turn black. That's
We're going to
corrupted.
make agreements with
These niggas
with the
was
heathen.
wicked niggas.
Yeah.
Wicked niggas.
and
You
it's
understand?
convincing everyone else to make agreements with the heathen.
So who would that be today? Corrupted.
That'll be your Martin Luther
No,
King.
not you. That ain't gonna be you, of course. You ain't you far from that. You the opposite. Get corrupt, yeah. You the opposite. Say it again.
That's like your Martin Luther King today, telling black people, join the white man. I have a dream. That's equivalent of back then.
That's it, right? And the Martin Luther King is just one, but there's so many others. You have Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Anybody who tells you to join another nation, anybody who tells you to leave your family, to leave your race, is essentially you leaving the people who you grew up with in your house. Imagine you have a house and then your father and mother provide for you, and when you get strong enough, you decide you're going to be the neighbor's son and call yourself his name. That's how stupid it is to become another nation. All right, Winnie?
White man.
White man, pass it to you. That ain't yours, right? I was making sure, right? I was making sure. A joking number bar, you know what I mean? Huh? I know that ain't going in the Chaanakah. You know what I swear that the Chaanakah could fly if it was in number bar. Right? So in those days, just like today, you had Uncle Tom Negroes who would tell you go join your slave master. You understand? Now, what does it mean to join the other heathens? What does that mean? Does that mean work for them, go and work in their bank jobs?
Follow after their ways.
Follow after their ways. You could go have a slavery. Go get your degrees. I don't care. But when you come back in the hood, come back in the ghetto, come back here, come back to West Brom, come back to what's the other places around here? Handswood, Peckham, Brixton. Come back there where we are at. You understand? Come back where we are at and build our nation up. Don't go join them. Don't go be part of them. Come and join your nation. And even if you have to go work for them for a time, put half a check in the hood, open a corner store, take a loss for 5 years, so some brother don't have to go sell drugs to go to jail. That's a sacrifice. Everybody be talking about businesses, they ain't making no money in the hood. The most precious thing on the earth is the life of a black, Hispanic, Native Indian man, woman, and child. That's right. If you have to open a business and suffer a loss, break even for 10 years so that families can eat, do it. Do it. The heathens do it. You think they don't do it? How the hell you selling chicken for $1? Brother carried me to a chicken spot the other night. Everything in there is $1. I said, brother, you know what they're doing in here, right? He's like, no, they have a chain. No, they're selling drugs. Yeah. They're selling dope and heroin and taking in loss in the hood to clean the money up so their people don't have to go sell it. They'll just be at the top while who sells it? Who sells it? We on the street selling it. You understand? Like, that's what we had to do. But these wicked niggas said, let's go become Christian. Let's go become Roman. Let's turn away from our ways. All right, go ahead.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Right? Since we segregated, we have had much sorrow. Like some people, it's a sad thing to not be able to be with white people. To not be able to be with African. Or not to be able to be with a Chinese in the same building, eating the same food, marrying the women and the men. Some people are heartbroken over that. Just show them the door for me. I don't need them in here. Take them out. Let them go do it. Don't stop them. Don't say no, brother. Don't go for the person who fighting to be with the hard-headed niggas. Go for them. Who want to be with people who destroy, who don't nobody love. Let them come here. We'll work our differences up. We go argue and fight and trash the room. At the end of the night, we're going to break down a bottle of wine and say the white man's the devil. If anybody want to go marry them and join them, help them out. Carry the goods outside for them. I don't need them. All right? One of you all is better than 100 of them. All right, go ahead.
So this device pleased them well.
And just if I could, that's what you get when you tell people to separate from the white man. You see that reaction of, no, we can't do that. How am I going to eat? In their mind, separating from a nation that's too much. It's heartache. Start thinking about that house and that brand new Benz and start thinking about material shit. You know what I mean? When it's more than that. All right, go ahead.
Then certain of the people were so forward therein that they went to the king. who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Karafi, you can take a chair and put it there to sit if you want. Your sister need a chair too, or she's good? So, Karafi, Prasha, you need a chair, right?
Concern.
Hurry. Take this chair off. No. You good? You sitting in that one?
No, I've got one, sir. That one.
All right.
Yeah.
Since he already put it over, just hold it there just in case. I appreciate that, bro. You sure? Rasha, you could get over here if you want to or not. If there's a way you could get over there. All right. All right. No, sir. All right, keep going on. Oh, Slavi, what does it mean? Some of our people were forward enough to go to the heathen and get a license to do different things. What does that mean? Who knows? Banyamia.
Like, if the heathens were doing weird things like, I don't know, whatever customs there were, our people were going to them to ask if they could be part of it and they could do it too.
To get it officially. You understand? Today that would be going and getting going to theology school to become, priest and reverend this. Going to the masjid to become imam this, the long beard up to here. All right, we good? Good, nice. Go ahead, UK. You're busting out the room, man. Get yourself a hand, man. You're busting out the room. Good night. All right, let me see. I think she's gonna be comfortable there. Oh boy. So what? Anybody else is outside?
No, the continue.
Make sure that front door is locked too, all right? Don't want no heathen coming up in here. You know they will. They'll find a way to come in here. Shalom, brother. Throw them right out the window. All right, keep going.
Okay.
Tyron, you want to take it from there? Take a rest, brother. I appreciate that, bro. From verse 14.
Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen.
Right? They built a place of exercise at Jerusalem. Anybody know what that is? Russia?
That would be what we call a gym today.
Not what we call a gym today. But I know what you're saying, but it's not what we call it, just for everybody to understand. Anybody have an idea what it is? Any brother who ain't been in class and know what it is?
Place to work.
Not a place to work. Anybody have a dictionary? Or look it up on your phone, you have dictionary.com. Webster's dictionary, look up gymnasium. Right? Look up gymnasium. The brother was right in what he was saying, but it's not when you think of a gym today, what do you think of? Weights. Right. That's not what it is. This is your arena. Well, where's the football team around here? Aston Villa? That is a place of exercise. You understand? That arena is a place of exercise because that's their tribute to the gods. You understand? That Olympic stadium where somebody running track, somebody throwing javelin, somebody doing long jump. It's a place of exercise and it's a tribute to their gods. And we built one in Jerusalem because we tried to be like the heathen. Anybody have gymnasium?
Concept of gym from the Greek
from what?
From the Greek gymnasium, a place.
Nice and long. All right, lean into the mic because it's going to resonate through the
The word gym from the Greek gymnasium, a place where athletic exercise is practiced. Bodily exercise, to exercise, train, literally or figuratively, to train aching.
To do what?
To train aching.
What is a gym?
To train aching.
Now you see why every sport you have to wear something tight and skin revealing. Because the origin of all those sports was naked. Usain Bolt was supposed to be running how much? Naked. You understand? The soccer players were supposed to be naked. You What's the girl from Jamaica who everybody like with the track star? Shelly-Ann Fraser. Yeah, I know. I just want to say I know the name, bro. I feel it, bro. I feel it. I understand, bro. She married. Lord be with her husband. You're saying some prayers for that, bro. She's supposed to be running naked. It's like every sport, it's nakedness in it. They clean it up now, but it's naked. Because that's how they pay tribute to their gods. And that's what our leaders told us to go do. You understand? So what you see in here is the same thing that's happening today, basically in spirit. Gym comes from a Greek word gymnos, which means to exercise naked. That's why in all the schools, after gym class, everybody is in the showers naked. Like, why can't they build separations and separate stalls? And they have something coming up in the middle like this with water coming out like a tree, and everybody around is just naked. Like, yeah, man, what's going on? No, that's a Greek custom, right? And our leaders told us to take it. Go ahead. This is just the background to what's going on, all right? Now, all this is happening after Alexander died and his son started taking over. All right, go ahead.
Verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant.
And made themselves what?
Uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant.
Go ahead.
And joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief.
It's important to be separate. Like, you can't lose your identity. Your identity is who you are. The minute you stop being black, you disrespect your forefathers. Because they died what? Being black. They were lynched being black. They were taken into slavery being black. You cannot today decide to stop being black or Hispanic or Native Indian. You cannot today decide, I'm going to be uncircumcised and forsake the covenants of my forefathers. Hell no. That cannot happen. The white man ain't doing it. He ain't going to never stop being the devil. He honors being the devil. He loves being the devil. But no problem. I'm going to raise my children up to call him the devil. I'll never stop being black, and you should never stop being black either. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 16.
And what? They said they were sold to do mischief. Without our laws, the white man likes to paint us like we criminals and we drug dealers and we murderers. We are not. But without our laws, we learn their ways. You understand? Every brother is selling drugs to try to be Scarface. You understand? Every brother says, you have a problem back there?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, let me know if there's an issue, all right?
No.
Every brother is selling drugs, trying to be Scarface, trying to be Godfather family. You understand? Ain't nobody stopping it trying to be Jeremiah. Ain't nobody stopping it trying to be Moses. You understand? Like we are not a nation of criminals. But to leave our laws and obey these heathens, they are criminals. They don't have laws. They don't have morals. They don't know what the Lord wants. And they are vile beasts because of it. And we become just like them. We become just like them. You see brothers on the street violence, sisters on the street violence and lewd? That's not black people. That's black people in white face. You see how white people put black face and try to act black? That's a brother being white. And tattoos and everything like that, that's white culture that we accept because our leaders told us follow them. You understand? Keep going.
Now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he fought the reign over Egypt, that he might have the dominion of 2 realms. Wherefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen. All right,
so that's going into his Egypt conquering, right? Let me skip you all down just for time's sake so we can speed up. Skip me up to skip me down to 20. Verse 20.
Maccabees 1 verse 20. And after that Antiochus had smitten Egypt, he returned again in the 143rd year and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with a great multitude and entered proudly into the sanctuary and took away the golden altar and the candlestick of light and the vessels thereof.
So this is what he did, all right? Imagine this would be the altar. This would be higher, right on a podium, built up. Like everybody would be down there, this would be up. And imagine this table is laden with gold. Gold trimmings, all these cups, everything is gold. The sword handle is gold. This is in our temple. Now when you think of a temple today, you think of a church. A temple is like Vatican City. Think about that. Think a place that's not even, it's blocks long. It's like a small town. That's when you see they say Christ made a rope and whipped them out the temple. It was not a building. It was out a city area. But that city is where the Lord's house is, right? So the Greeks entered into there. They defiled it. They took our altar, took all the gold off of it, took our candlestick. This is a candlestick or a menorah, right? 7 branches, right? This, we had a giant one, huge, giant candlestick that would light up the whole hall, right? If you look up on your phones, the Ark of Titus, it's in, I don't think it's in Paris, right? Somebody just put it up on their phone, the Ark of Titus. I think it's in Paris, right? It might be in Greece, I'm too sure. Like a big ark that goes over a road. Now that's ancient, and under the ark is the carvings of what they did. And they have the carvings of when they came into our temple, enslaved us, and took our menorah out. They have it in picture form, go like graffiti or like a comic going up the ark. You find it? Ark of Titus. This is it right here. All right, Ark of Titus. All right. Everybody see it. You can pass it around. If anybody have it on their phone, you'll see it. That's an event that happened because they gloried in going in our temple and taking this. This is like a trophy. Like, you see this and you are heathen. It means you killed David's people. You killed Moses' people. You understand? It's big. It's a big deal for a heathen to put his hands on this. And they did it. All right, go ahead.
Verse 22. And the table of the shewbread, and the pouring vessels, and the vials, and the censers of gold, and the veil, and the crown, and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, all which he pulled up.
All right, so we have crowns on the walls, shields, golden shields on the walls. What else they say? Give me some other things they said there. Ornaments, veils, censers. Censers is that Olympic torch. You ever see that Olympic torch? Yeah. That's like a censer, right? And you put something in, it's like a lamp that's glorified. That's solid gold that we had in the walls. Like, we had a royal thing, and they came in there, and they of course they killed and took it all. All right, go ahead. The showbread. Anybody know what the showbread is for? Say again. Showbread.
Like a showbread. It's to show that if the priest is well or not, if the bread is there, then it's how the work.
That's it. It's showbread. It's bread for just for show. Like every day on the Sabbath, they would bake bread, and everybody would smell that bread coming out of the temple. They would come in, and it would just be bread on show there for the priest, because the priests were the sons of Levi, who were not one of the 12, so they didn't have an inheritance. So for them to survive, they relied on the tithes and everything people brought in. And that bread was to show that people were supplied. If they didn't have no bread, then the people was not taking care of their brothers. You get the point? So that show bread, they came and took all of that. All right, go ahead.
And the censers of gold, and the veil, and the crown, and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, all which he pulled up. He took also the silver and the gold and the precious vessels. Also, he took the hidden treasures which he found. Right,
go ahead. You know, Israelites always burying something. You have money in your socks or in the mattress, in the blender. Somebody going to use the blender. Hold on. Yeah, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre.
Having made a what?
A great massacre.
A great massacre. Because why? We would not let him just come and take it. And they slaughtered us because of it. Go ahead.
A great massacre, and spoken very proudly. Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel in every place where they were.
Right. Throughout our nation was a great mourning. Because these heathens, they spoke proudly. Like, you know how a heathen speak to you in the store. You go to buy Chinese food, you short 10 cents. You go somewhere, them what is called Pakis? Taking all this back to America. Pakis, taking piss. I'm taking all that back. Shirako, all that going back. Them Arabs, you know, they speak to you and they look at you funny. And they ain't okay. They haven't beaten us in anything. They come and they get us as spoiled from the white man. You understand? The white man give our neighborhoods over to them. And they're proud with it. Look at it funny, say anything to you, talk to you any old how, throw your change at you. Now imagine how they would speak if they come and they beat you and take your stuff, kill your woman, take your woman as spoiled. Imagine how they would really talk to you then. What you get experiencing today, what we experience today from the white man, the Arabs, forget about the African. Good night. That's the proudest bastard of you. Proud as could be. What we experience from them, imagine that 1,000,000 times fold here. All right, go ahead.
Verse 26. So that the princes and elders mourned, the virgins and young men were made feeble, and the beauty of the women was changed.
Now, come on. Read that one more time.
Verse 26. So that the princes and the elders mourned, the virgins and young men were made feeble, and the beauty of women was changed.
Why did the princes and the elders mourn?
Is it because you growing up so like you're used to the city being nice and see it torn down, like you can't believe your eyes?
The princes, the sons of the king, the sons of noblemen, and the elders, they mourning, right? Why is the virgin and the young men made feeble? What's a virgin?
It's a woman who is young.
A young woman of marriageable age. Whether she had sex or not, doesn't matter. In the Bible, virgin means she's a young woman, right? It's the opposite of young man. That's what it says. The virgin and the young man made feeble. Why are they made feeble?
Because they haven't want to protect them.
And they found out that in that day. In that day, you have a young girlfriend that took your woman. That day, you a young girl and you just married a brother. He run out the door with his sword to protect the house. He died. You were made weak and feeble. What does that sound like? That doesn't sound like today? Huh? When Mark Duggan, the woman was crying, he just got out of bed with one on his rib. Crying. You understand? Like we find out, the heathens remind us daily of how powerless we are. Remind us daily of it. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. That's why the Lord called them beasts of the field. Because we his sheep, and the beasts always will devour us. You understand? They were made weak, and the beauty of women was changed. Explain that.
Was that like so the change?
Remember, no, you gotta go back home. Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Go
Was that
ahead.
like the change of the appearance and customs and?
The appearance is one thing. The appearance is always the last stage in something. It's like an external of what's going on inside. But that's one thing. But not just looks make our sisters beauty.
Yeah, meaning like it was depressed and all that. So it was
Of course she's gonna be depressed if she see her son get his head bashed in by some white man. You understand? Go ask any mother who lost her son or any woman who lost her husband. She's gonna be, and it's one thing to lose. It's another thing to go to the court that you think is just, and that cop walks out or that white man walks out. You understand? And you there like, but I thought you were supposed to be just, and then you realize that you're powerless. And as one living powerless is to live in depression. It's like a shell of yourself. You just existing. You can't be who you are because at any time anybody could do anything to you. That's how the beauty of our women are changed, and that's what we see even today. The sisters, it's an extreme. It's either she's very, very weak and can't achieve too much, or she's ultra masculine. You understand? But that's a coping mechanism to survive under the booty of a heathen. You get the point? All that is together. Destruction of the men and the sisters having to survive it. We don't have a nation. You understand? We don't have it. That's what's going on today. Go ahead.
Verse 27. Every bridegroom took upon lamentation.
You understand now? Every bridegroom, every brother was crying. You see them Greeks grab some old disgusting devil, putting his, just talking to your woman supposed to piss you off. Putting his hands on your daughter and dragging her through the damn door. Go ahead.
And she that sat in the marriage chamber was in heaviness.
In heaviness. She that sat in the bedroom, that's the marriage chamber. Anybody who don't understand, sex is marriage. The marriage chamber is the bedroom. She there on the bed rocking because her husband dead by the hands of some heathen. Go ahead.
Verse 28. The land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion.
The land was moved for the inhabitants thereof, meaning this part of the city that was always black is now Pakis. Now the white man. I don't get used to it because I'm used to the white man being the devil. But the more I'm here, I'm realizing these East Indians and Arabs is the devil. You understand? So I'm getting used to it. Don't worry, I'm gonna get used to it. But that's what's going on. Places that was black, the land is now moved for them. Go ahead.
Verse 29. And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with great multitude, and spake perceivable words unto them.
Peaceable words.
Peaceable words unto them.
Give me Psalm 55.
But all was deceit, for when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel.
What does that mean? Who understands what was happening? Read. Yeah, you bring it on?
So the white man said is people to collect taxes from our people. Saying, we come in peace, it's all good. Just give us the taxes when we leave. When they did that, killed them all.
And when you say peaceable words, what does he say?
You see, we come to join, we don't come to take over your land. Just like with the native Indians. Similar, we come to survive for the winter.
Right.
We just want some blankets and so forth.
Today, what some peaceable words they tell us?
We're all equal.
We're all equal. What else do they say? Peaceable words. What sounds good? Vote. It's your civic duty. Your people died. Vote and change. Change and hope. I hope you can believe it. Right? Read Psalms 55 and 20.
That's Psalms 55 and the 20th verse.
Go ahead.
He hath put forth his hands against such that be at ease with
this is the nature of every heathen. He'll put forth his hands against people who are at peace with him. He's just even in effect a bully. White man is a bully, the African is a bully, the Arab is a bully. They'll never go up against someone who can crush them, but they'll go up against someone who don't have might. Put forth against his hand against those who are at peace with him. Go ahead.
He have broken his covenant.
Go ahead.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. That's the white man. You come with something that will sound great. It'll sound hope and change, right? Barack Obama, hope and change. Everybody. How many of y'all cried for Barack Obama when he got inaugurated? Don't worry, that's the old man and woman. All right, no problem. I know some of y'all in here. They always like, yeah, you're probably still at the blue and red shit in the house with Obama face and hope. What's him looking like that? Hope. You understand? Hope you could believe in. Smooth words, right? Go ahead.
But war was in his heart. But war
Go ahead.
was in his heart.
War is always in the white man's heart. It's always in the heart of a heathen. He just needs to see how he can overthrow you. Why? Because you're the greatest man, woman on the earth. You just have to see how we could topple you over. And until that time, you'll be a best friend. He'll bring you in. You'll get his sister, he'll get his wife. I know for a fact from the islands, East Indians, if they up for a promotion, will give you their woman if you had to promote them. Until he can overthrow you. War is always in his heart. Let's go back to the Apocrypha. All right? Come on.
Maccabees 1, verse 31. And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire.
So now he went there for tribute. They gave him the taxes, and he burned the city down. You understand the kind of man we're dealing with? There's no getting along with the white man, or the Arab, or the African. There's no getting. What peace it can have with him? There's no getting along with him. And anybody tells you you can't is a liar. You give him what he wants, he asks for more. You give him that, and he burns your city down. There's no getting along with him. None. Go ahead.
And pulled down the houses and walls thereof and every side. But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle.
Go ahead.
Verse 33. Then builded the city of David with a great and strong wall, and with mighty towers, and made a stronghold for them.
So they took over the city of David. They erected towers and made it a garrison for them. They moved into your neighborhood. What is that today? What do they do in the what do they do around the block? They don't do it here? Not just the gentrification.
Patrol.
Yeah. When they erect that tall thing in the sky, them bright spotlights, they don't care of your apartment building. They come right there and erect it right there. The cop his siren going whole goddamn night. That's that. Why? Because we are a nation of criminals. You just burn my city down. No, because it's war. It's to instill fear. It's to let you know I'm here and I can take what I want at any time. So you'll respect me. You understand? That's what they did to us before too. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And they put therein a sinful nation.
They put what?
A sinful nation.
They put a sinful nation. Like we have black communities. Even in our black communities, not ignorant of the truth and who we were, we had a community, a society that would take care of each other and watch over kids. And brothers could get a slavery if they went to prison. They destroyed that to bring some rock worshiping Arab who will rape everything in sight, even boys. They take all that to bring some African or some white man in your neighborhood, or some Chinese eating dog, cat, and rat. A sinful nation. And then yet still we the criminals though. We are problem, right? Everything wrong with us. Deport us. We immigration is our problem, right? Name me one nigga who put bombs on himself and go blow something up in UK. Tell me who. So there's not us. We in the problem and we not a sinful nation. All right, go ahead.
They put therein a sinful nation, wicked men, fortified themselves therein.
And they fortify themselves therein, and that's what you see in your neighborhoods today. Every neighborhood, all the businesses is their people. If our people try to open up one, they come against them, right? You all heard about the sister who tried to open up the hair salon? What that was in Birmingham or London? In London, you all didn't hear about it? That's another thing they do to us. You all try and network and connect with your people. But they're doing things to us in these cities, and we will never hear about it. Some sister contacted brother from London. She opened up a hair salon, selling hair products, black hair products. Of course, black people go into her because she's black. The Chinese who own hair stores, they told the customers they're going to get their goods at 25% of the cost price. And they're willing to do it for up to 6 months until this woman goes out of business. And you want to tell me join with these people? No. Go ahead.
Verse 35. They stored it also with armor and victuals. And when they had gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem, they laid them up there, and so they became a sore snare. Verse 36. For it was a place to lie in wait against the sanctuary and an evil adversary to Israel.
All right, so now they're just going into what they were doing. Let me skip you down to something here, all right? Skip me down to verse 41.
Maccabees 1 verse 41. Moreover,
let me get you a break. Anybody can pick it up? Anybody able to pick it up? Anybody else want to read? Go ahead,
Verse 41.
Nice and loud, all right?
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
That what?
That all should be one people.
What did Antiochus write to his whole kingdom and say?
That all should be one people.
We are not a nation divided. We are one. Christians and Muslims, gay and straight, black and white. We should be one. We could only be one when they rule and we on the bottom. That's the only time the white man says we won. I'll be one when that bitch in the Buckingham Palace is on the streets and my people in there. Then we can talk about one. Let's talk about one then. All right? Let's talk about one then. Now we really won. Now you know how I feel. Now you know how it is to be me. So we square. But it's only one when we're on the bottom. You understand why we can't join them? And while we're on the bottom, what do they say? Let us all be one after they burn the houses down. Take our women, take our men, destroy our families. How about young men up and down in the arenas naked? Naked. Doing all sorts of abominable things for a damn contract. You get my point? Now you want us to be one. That can't happen. You understand? Now, this is to show you that philosophy of being one is old. That ain't America. That's old. Back as the Greeks. Let us all be one. All right, go ahead. And that's smooth words because we're not really one. It's just you on top. But if you on top, then we're one. It's like on slave plantation. A slave saying, "Hey, boss, how is we doing today? We sick, boss." The slave will feel like he's part of the boss, but the boss ain't gonna never feel like he's part of the slave. All right, go ahead.
And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Right? Everyone should leave his laws. That's what they want. They want us to forget who we are and where we come from and start being white people. Start being Arab and start being African. You get the point? Go ahead.
Yea, many also of the Israelites.
And let me tell you something. Every nation that you see in UK today did this. That's why you have Arabs talking about, no, we're not violent. Anybody could be Muslim. Bullshit. Bullshit. Anybody could be Buddhist or Chinese. That's what you have to say to be here. That's what they have to say to be here. Because the minute they say, no, well, Islam is just for the Arabs, what's going to happen? They're going to get tossed out. They have to say that to be part of this empire. Right? And this empire knows it, so it says, yes, let's be one. Come on.
They say anyone can be Muslims, but they don't give black people a job in their 7-Eleven, off licenses.
Give us a job in 7-Eleven. They got my own 7-Eleven, not even 7-12. give me 7-Eleven. I don't want a job. I don't want to flip your burgers. If we equal and everybody could be Muslim, if I'm wearing a kufi and a goddamn dress, give me the whole store. You understand? But this is the culture of the white man. Forget your culture and be part of him. All right, go ahead.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
To his what?
To his religion.
No, remember, it didn't say we left our religion. What did it say we left?
His religion.
No. Before, when they said many of us left, we left something. Read verse 42.
42. And everyone should leave his laws.
His what?
His laws.
His religion?
His laws.
His religion?
His laws.
We have laws. What do they have? You understand? This ain't about religion. I don't care what you believe in your mind. I care about laws. Don't do this. Don't do that. That belongs to me. They want us to leave our laws and join their belief system, their philosophy. Go ahead.
And sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
That they should what?
Follow the strange laws of the land.
They said that we should follow the strange customs of the land, the strange laws of the land. What are some strange laws in Britain?
Homosexuality,
brother. Listen, if you all didn't say that first, everybody gets suspect. Yeah, perhaps you say your brother. It is a sickness, brother, and that is a very strange thing. And rather than fix it, the white man embraces it. He cultivates it. You understand? He doesn't teach your children about it. You understand? You don't never teach. Be traditional. Let your girls know pink is girly and black is for boys. Let them know that. Let them grow up looking at him like he's weird if he's fruity. You understand? That's a strange law. There are other strange customs in this place. Christmas is one. Let's all gather around the tree and sing with people we hate. And we bring in the worst gift for them. Merry Christmas. But we know this gift is trash. And this is how we disrespect them. That's a strange custom. You understand? It's a strange Halloween. Strange. It's weird. You running around yelling and screaming, looking like that. That's a strange custom. We think it's good, but that's someone who is psychopathic. Someone who is a lunatic. And that's why you hear every Christmas party or soon after somebody gets stabbed, or somebody drink and run into a goddamn tree, or somebody kidnap kids and just turn them into sexual, toys. Like, it's a strange custom. Go ahead.
Verse 45. And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days. So not only did they stop us, did they say, well, keep your laws, right? You can leave it off. Is it in went on? No sweat. Not only did they say keep our laws, they stopped us from keeping ours. You get the point? It's one thing to say follow the laws and land, but you can still obey your God. Which is who gets that privilege? Chinese. Everybody else? Everybody else gets to speak their language and obey their God. What about us? Why do they never let us do it? Because if you obey our God, it'll be the end of their world, and they know it. That's in the Apocrypha too, right? In the book of Judith, this Chinese king was telling the Greeks, these are a people, if they sin, you can take them. But if they obey their God, they cannot be beaten. So every people who conquer us, they know they have to keep us sinning. You understand? They know it. Because it's like, what did Mark Duggan, right? I don't like to call American examples. Mark Duggan. What did they say about Mark Duggan after they killed him? What's some things they say about him? Go ahead.
They had a weapon on him.
He had a weapon on him? A legal weapon?
No, a firearm.
Firearm? You was about to say something?
No.
What did they say?
He was a drug dealer.
He was a what?
A drug dealer.
He was a drug dealer. What else?
A known criminal.
Did they say he was high? Did they say that his blood report came back with marijuana or anything? More than likely, they said that with everybody else. A black dog, they would say is higher than me if they kill a black dog. They have to paint us as evil in order to justify them killing us. The minute they murder one of us and he is spot clean, brother, you would see the police station flip upside down. You get the point? Whether we sin or not, you cannot touch us, we Lord's people. Them devils be sitting and committing all the crimes, and they protect each other. You understand? We ain't find out if that cop who shot Mark Duggan is a pedophile. We don't know if he's a meth head. We don't know if he's a deadbeat dad. Maybe he have 10 baby mamas and don't pay no child support. But they'll never bring that out about him. But us, brother, if you broke a window in elementary school, that's coming up in the report. And he's reckless. Yeah, he broke the kindergarten window off with his head. You understand? Go ahead.
And pollute the sanctuary and holy people.
Say that again.
And pollute the sanctuary and holy people.
Right, they polluted our sanctuary and our holy people. What does that mean? I see glasses.
We're not supposed to go in the holy place.
No, some of us are.
No, they went there.
They went there. They also did something else. They sacrificed pig on our altar. Right? They also put pig on our altar, which was disrespect. You understand? Somewhere in the States, in Florida, some let's call them people, not the KKK. It's like white supremacists.
Yeah.
Take a pig head and throw it at a mosque. Brother, the state went into disarray. Take a pig head and throw it at the mosque. Now, of course, they get respect. We don't. Get the point? Come on.
Trying to make it easier, bro.
Trying to make it even. That's further in the Apocrypha. Where they have this woman with 7 sons. The king told them he'd spare their life if they eat a piece of pork. They killed all 7 because none of them wanted to do it. And the king called the mother and said, "We killed 5 of your sons. I'll give you a break. If you eat the pork, I'll spare the other 2. The mother laughed at the king, went back to her sons and cursed them up, cursed the king out in Hebrew, and then told them, "Go die manfully." For pork. Sisters, you all have work to do, man. You all have a high status to live up to. For pork? Who was taking the deal? Who was taking the plea? It's just a little piece of pork. How much people in here say that? The pork is unlawful. God ain't gonna hate me for a little piece of pork when a woman lost 7 of her only sons for a little piece of pork. Now you see what we're dealing with. All right, go ahead.
Verse 47. Is they set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts.
What did they do? Set up altars, groves, and chapels of idols. What is that?
They have shrines for other gods.
They set up shrines and places of worship for other gods. Give me an example.
Is it like the temples at the college campus? Is it like putting a church in there or a mosque in there?
That's one. Chapels of idols. Right? Every church is a chapel of an idol. What else? They have them in plain sight. But we think it's normal. Statues. You have parks around here? Like something park, William Park, and there's a statue of some faggot. You know what I mean? And it's always flowery and they clean it. Why? Because that's an altar to some man. People go there and meditate. College campuses have a ton of them. I'm going to tell you another one. Them roundabouts. That's a small one that you'll be having here. In America, they have some huge jumps. Huge ones. I think middle of London or Paris or one of them have them. With statues in there. That's idols. No, they put that in our land. Not statues of Jeremiah. Not that we're supposed to make it, but at least he's black. But they put their statues in there for us to worship. Groves. Them parks, them trees, why they decorate it and arrange it in that way, that's places of worship. Now, don't nobody just go by the park and start doing this and all that. It's a park. If you want to go run. But you don't go sit there and worship and act like you in the holy of holies. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 48. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
Right, so they bring a law that now we stop circumcising our male babies. And the 8 days of law that the child gets circumcised. They started, nah, don't do it. And now some sisters, you know, black woman, she's a bit stubborn. But at this time she's stubborn for the right reason. Not you sisters though, you're special. You're all in here. Give the sisters a hand. Come on. Give all them sisters a hand. Y'all come here with the food. Y'all come here, y'all clean up. Y'all listen, y'all in the right spirit. You know what I mean? Y'all in the right spirit. I know some of the brothers be hard on you, no problem. I'm trying to get you right. You know what I mean? Don't forgive it. You know what I mean? He in hell just like you. When these sisters were stubborn, they was like, nah, I'm circumcising my son and we'll see what happens. All right? So they said, don't circumcise the boys no more. Skip me down to I'm gonna just talk you through. They laid ordinances that made it illegal for us to keep the law and read the Bible. So not the Bible, the record that was existing then. So much so that the brothers and sisters had to do it, they had to go tuck away in caves, under places, far away and high to do it. Right? Skip me down to where is it? Where is it where they hung the babies around in there? Somebody else start reading. Read 61. Give me from 55. 54. Somebody else pick it up. Somebody fresh. Anybody else? Yeah. No, sir. Nice and low, all right? Nice and low. We're almost there, people. Don't worry about it. We're almost there. Come on. We'll start from 54. Nice and loud and a little fast.
1 Corinthians 1:54. Now the 15th day of the month of Caslu, in the 145th year, they set up the abominable of desolation upon the altar and builded idol altars throughout the cities of Judah.
Right. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that month of Kalsu is this month here. All right, go ahead.
On every side, and burnt incense at the door of their houses and in the streets. Verse 56. And when they had rent in pieces the book of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire.
Right, so they would kick in your door, and if you have a record of the Bible, tear it up, make a big bonfire and burn it. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 57. And wherever was found,
wheresoever
was found with any of the book of the testament, or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death.
Right. So anybody who kept the Bible, who kept the law, who kept the practices of Israel, they would be put to death by the king's orders. Go ahead.
Verse 58. Thus did they, by their authority, unto the Israelites every month.
How often?
Every month.
How often?
Every month.
Go ahead.
To as many as were found in the cities.
Now, at one time, they would raid our houses for the Bible. What do they raid our houses for now? And really anything. That's the answer I was looking for. But jobs is what they say they're coming for. Now, at one time, they would raid our houses for the Bible. For the Bible, brother. That's a raid. That what we just read here is a raid. Kick in the front door, and if you have it, tear it up and burn it. All right, go ahead.
59. Now the 5 and 20th day of the month, the 5 and 20th day of the month, they did sacrifice upon the altar, which was upon the altar of God. Verse 60. At which time, according to the
5 and 20th day, or the 25th day of that month. You understand? You're following it? The 25th day of that month, what is celebrating tomorrow? On the what? The 25th day of that month. Go ahead. They sacrifice on the altar pig. Go ahead.
Verse 60. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women.
They what?
Put to death certain women.
They did what?
Put to death certain women.
Go ahead.
That had caused their children to be circumcised.
You understand? They kick in your door, brother, and rip your baby's pampers off. And if he's circumcised, that mother gets put to death. You understand? See what we have to go through under these heathens. Go ahead.
Verse 61. And they hanged the infants about their necks.
They did what?
Hanged the infants about their necks, and rifled their houses, and slew them that had circumcised them.
What is that? What are we talking about? Anybody understand what I just read?
Genocide.
Yeah. What is it? Explain it. What did they do?
If they found any women that were keeping the laws and passing on to their children, they was killing them and the children.
What did they do after? Read this again.
Verse 60. And they hanged the infants about their necks.
They did what to the children?
Hanged the infants about their necks.
You understand what they did, brother? Rasha, bring it up. Nice and low.
That would be a mother. That would be the ancient.
Yeah, but he didn't hang them from the rooftop. Oh, you're thinking they hang the children by the children's necks? No, these bastards made a chain of your child. Oh. Look at his son. Put a rope around his neck. An infant, you know what an infant is? It's a baby. I wore that like a trophy. Y'all thought they just hang the baby. It's a lynching. I guess that's okay then. No. You understand what they did to us? But no, people have a problem when we call the white man the devil. Keep reading again.
Verse 61. And they hanged the infants about their necks, and rifled their houses, and slew them that had circumcised them. Verse 62. Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat anything unclean. Verse 63. Wherefore they chose rather to die.
They chose rather to what?
Rather to die,
Uh-huh.
that they might not be defiled with meat.
You understand? many in Israel decided they was going to obey the Lord and not these heathens. You understand? They chose rather to die than to be defiled with meats, which is a custom of what was going on at this time. What is people going to do tomorrow around noon? Huh? You all don't know, I remember. I lived enough years of punch and cream and ham. You'll call it eggnog. I don't know what the hell is eggnog. I live enough. That's what they're going to do. They're going to defile themselves with meats. All right? And that's what they did to us. No. That's the backdrop of what was happening in Israel. That's the background of, at that time, what we were living under. So imagine that type of life. They set up garrisons, they defile our temples, tear everything down, they outlaw the Bible, they raid your house if you have one, kill your woman, wear your child like a pendant. Like our brothers wear a chain with a pendant, babies swing from the neck. You understand? Young babies like that, swinging from the neck. Now give me 2 and 1.
First Maccabees 2 and 1. In those days arose Matthias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Jorib from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Medin. And he had 5 sons: Jonan, called Cadiz, Simon called Tesai, Judas, who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar, son of Abaran, and Jonathan, whose surname was Apos.
Now this brother Mattathias was a well-known brother in Israel, and he had powerful sons, and he was well respected.
Yes, BM 501.
You have the let's find this out. It's pretty cool right here. So I can catch it back, right? Let's watch the edge of it. Don't worry about this. Let's go ahead and read. We'll figure it out.
Verse 6. And when they saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, they said, woe is me, wherefore I was born to see this misery of my people,
right?
And of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy.
No, understand what happened. These brothers, when they saw what was happening, they said, man, this is a bad time to even be born in Israel. You understand? They was like, this is a rough time to even be here. Go ahead.
The sanctuary into the hand of the strangers. Verse 8. Her temple is become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy.
Read on verse 9 again.
Verse 9. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity.
What does that mean? The glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. So what does that mean? Gracia?
Sure, it's talking about the gold of the people.
What do you think?
It depends on the gold sometimes.
Anybody? Explain it. Who knows? The glorious vessels are carried into captivity.
Like we're gold of the Most High. We're carried away to slavery. That's why my father saying, I can't believe I was born this day to see Jerusalem trampled underfoot.
So right now, who is the Lord's glorious vessel that's carried into captivity?
That's us, sir.
Explain a little more.
Explain how we are the glorious vessels
and carried away into captivity.
We're told from the beginning, from Genesis, we're the chosen, and we were in captivity. Like even today, we're in captivity because we have to go work. If you want, like you can't go in the back garden and just grow some vegetables and sell it because the white man gonna say, "You paid me my tax, you got a license from me." So anything we do is under his subjection.
I'm gonna give you some more, something basic, something that damn near every brother goes through and some sisters too. Ain't ringing a bell yet. Prison. All our glorious vessels are behind bars. They like to make it out like brothers and sisters who locked up as the scum of the earth. So who sits in Buckingham Palace? Who in Westminster? Angels? Just innocent people? Nah. Our glorious vessels are behind bars, locked up. Or locked up in drug addiction, alcoholism, or some type of abuse, and you're suffering it now. That's why you take the next door, right? That's what's going on with us. Like, if we could take the brothers and sisters out of prison and give them this, you would see why the Lord called them glorious vessels. But the white man has a multi-million-dollar campaign to make black men and black women look like the worst thing on planet Earth. Every movie makes us look like the career criminal. Every single TV show makes us look like we're filthy and nothing. Why is that? Because if without it, we would start to build each other up and build a society that would rival theirs. So they need to keep us locked up. They need to keep us afflicted. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 9, her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. Verse 10, what nation have not had a part in her kingdom?
What, say again?
What nation have not had a part in her kingdom?
Go ahead.
And gotten of her spoils?
You understand? Like, the nation of Israel is like, has now become like a woman who everybody rapes. Like, what nation on the earth could say they didn't have anything to do with our captivity? Who? None of them. None. Show me a nation on the earth, they're aliens. You understand? Every single race had us in captivity, and if they didn't, have contributed to our violence. And today they live off of us. Let's say they could prove they didn't have us in captivity. They're in our neighborhoods. They're getting rich off of us. We pay them rent. You understand? They live off of us. They get rich off of us. Go ahead.
Verse 11, all her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she is become a bond slave.
Right.
And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it.
Go ahead.
To what end thereof shall we live any longer? Then Matthias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourn very sore. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city of Modin to take them sacrifice.
So now, as Matthias and his men are seeing this, the king is sending men into Israel to persuade Israel to do something. And this is the beginning of the wars with the Maccabees. Like, the background is what was happening, the conditions we live in under. And now something is about to happen that's going to change Israel for the future. And this is the same thing we live under. Like, we live under oppression, stress, police brutality, revolts, rioting every now and then. And brother, that time is coming when something's going to change. All right, go ahead.
Verse 16, and when many of Israel came into them, Matthias also and his sons came together. Verse 17.
So now they're having like a rally or a speaking in a tongue square. Israel came in, Matthias and his sons came to hear what his king's man had to say. Go ahead. Imagine like a senator or politician coming to speak to people in Birmingham, and everybody go down to the city center to listen to him. Right, go ahead.
Verse 17. Then answered the king's officers and said to Matthias, on this wise thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren.
You see what he said to Matthias first, right? What did he do to Matthias first?
He's trying to flatter him before.
You speak so eloquently for a black man. Aren't you an intelligent black man? Where are you from? You can't be from Birmingham. Did you go to school around here? You speak so well. That's what they do. They come with peaceable words, with flattering lips, but war is in their hearts. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Now therefore, come thou first.
Come thou what?
Come thou first.
He flattered Matthias and then said, now, come thou first. Go ahead.
And fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done, yea, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem. So shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards.
What does this king's man want Matthias to do?
Sacrifice.
He was supposed to go up and eat pork. That was it. You'll see it after. But he wanted, why did he say come and be first?
Very first is an example to viewers that they might follow what he's doing.
So now going to Mattathias wasn't random, right? Why they went to Mattathias?
He was an influential person.
He was an influential person. So now you see Usain Bolt advertising Puma. You see where the endorsement started. And he said, be thou first. What do they always say? Jackie Robinson, first black man to play baseball. First this, first that. That whole first thing is a ploy to get the rest of us to follow. That's why you have to watch who you idolize as a black man or woman. Who you show respect to, right? You also Jay-Z and Beyonce on stage with Hillary Clinton. You remember that? The night before election, like black people so stupid in one night, you could convince a whole nation of black people to vote. Like we just dumb. We just like to party and see Beyonce ass go up and down, and we'll go vote, right? They've been doing this to us for hundreds of years. They went to Mattathias and said, listen, you are distinguished gentlemen, you are intelligent, you're not like the rest of them. That's what he really said. You're not like the rest of them. Come on, be thou first. Go eat this pork, and you're going to be counted as the king's friend, which is what rich Uncle Tom big-headed niggas like, to be up close to the white man. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 19.
They ain't no Mattathias was all groomed up from Brum. Listen to a man from Brum. Mattathias was an old gringo from the ghetto. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 19. Then Matthias answered and spake with a loud voice.
How he spoke?
With a loud voice.
How?
Loud voice.
Young niggas get loud quick. He answered with a loud voice. Go ahead.
Though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers and give consent to his commandments.
Right. You see, even though everybody obeying this king and following this white man, go ahead.
Verse 20, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
You see, me and my house, we will serve the Lord. We will not follow this king. We're going to serve the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 21, God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words.
Go ahead.
To go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which was at Madin, according to the king's commandment.
You understand now, as Mattathias said no, there came another brother, and he was going to do what the king said. What was that brother going to do? Why he do it?
Because if he wants to be the king's best friend, then he wants to all those things.
That's what the white man knows about us as a people. Even if one of y'all don't, I could find one who will. You understand? Say it again. That's it. That's your sellout. Mattathias said, nah, we gonna obey the Lord. This nigga said, shh. Nigga, I'm gonna come up. I want them J's. I want that Maserati. Where the pig at? Where the pig? I'm gonna eat the oink on the pig. Go ahead.
Verse 24, which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal.
And Mattathias saw this and he's like, imagine you blazing on this devil that you ain't gonna eat pork. And this nigga is like, and he walking past him, Mattathias looking at him like, just mother, and he's looking at him. Go ahead.
And his reins trembled.
And his reins trembled. Anybody know what I mean? His reins?
Reins on a horse.
He on the horse. No, brother, you gotta picture this, brother. Mattathias on the horse, niggas behind him. Like, yeah, that's right. We will follow the devil. And this Uncle Tom walking by, and Mattathias holding the horse reins, and he like this. He like this, he losing his mind. Oh, you're saying you lose your rag? That's what you're saying? Yeah. You're about to lose his rag. Take everything back. So, go ahead.
And his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment.
He couldn't hold it no more according to judgment. And judgment for disobeying the Lord like that is what? Death. He wasn't supposed to. He wasn't supposed to go kill him like that because we have a system. A priest, you got to bring him to the priest. The priest had to kill him. Matthias was like, I'm trying to keep the law, and this nigga trying to get people to disobey the law. Go ahead.
Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
Exactly. Matthias jumped off the horse, bro. I imagine it's in slow motion. Pull out the sword. Chop that nigga in half with the pin. All right, go ahead.
Verse 25. And the king's commissioner, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time.
He killed everybody who was wearing the king stuff. Just imagine, politicians coming in. So you see it in third world countries all the time. They go in the area where them heathens is that say something wrong, and they beat the tail out of the damn village. Right? Matthias kill everybody. All right, go ahead.
Sakya. And the altar he pulled down. Verse 26.
Right, he pulled down the altar because it had pork on it. Go ahead.
Thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phinehas did at Zambri, the son of SHALAM.
Right. Anybody know who's that? Phinehas and Zambri? Let me see. I know you know. Anybody have heard of it before? Phinehas and Zambri? Bring it up, Prash.
Phinehas. He's the one that threw the javelin through the man's back.
Right. At one time, the Lord was punishing Israel. Right? Joshua was in charge. Joshua is addressing Israel about separating from the heathens. Zambri, being a sellout, has a heathen woman, a Midianite, right? Like Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, right? As Joshua talking to the people, Zambri walking with his heathen, went into the tent to have sex with his woman. Phinehas, who was the son of a priest, saw it, took up a javelin like a spear, and ran in the tent behind them and killed both of them on the spot. The Bible said the spear ran through his back and through her stomach because he was on top of her. And the Bible said the Lord was pleased with that somebody was willing for the sake of righteousness not to let evil happen. And that's what we need. We don't have to come now to become a society that we are against evil things. Now I ain't telling you go murder nobody. I ain't telling you you're going to kill nobody, but you're going to have to be at least willing to not allow evil to pervade in here. You're going to have to be willing to cut your hand off so that the body remains. You get the point? That's what Christ said when he said, don't cut your hand, if your right hand offend me, cut it off. Right? And literally talking about that. It's talking about something that you might be into, or even in here. That's why we have to keep a check on each other. You start to see somebody persistently out the spirit, you're going to have to do what the scripture say, go to them and bring it to them, and if that don't work, bring it to counsel. Somebody might have a bad day, who knows, you wreck your car, you have an attitude, you allowed that. Somebody say, man, you was real foul, you might say, all right, Salaki, I apologize, I was having a bad day. But you persistently coming in with foul attitude is something different. You get the point? So now Matthias killed this man, and he's about to make this statement. Keep going. Where we at?
Verse 27. And Matthias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me.
Right.
So
what did he say?
Let him follow me.
He said, whosoever is zealous of the law, right, and maintaineth the covenant. What does that mean?
Keeps the laws and the...
Whoever want to keep the law and want to keep the covenant, right, from the circumcision all the way up, let him do what?
Let him follow me.
No, establish a personal relationship with the Lord.
Let him follow me.
Make Jesus my personal Lord and Savior.
Let him follow me.
Being in truth is two things. What are those two things? Not you.
Following the Lord's commandments.
One.
I don't know the second one.
Read it again.
Let him follow me.
Read from the top.
And Matthias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me.
Be guided.
By who?
A righteous man. A rightly guided man. I don't know. Tell me.
I'm going to put it together for you. Obeying God's laws and following the man who the Lord chooses to lead. Without it, you're not in the truth. John the Baptist. Was John the Baptist in the truth? God damn, you don't know it. I want to see the look on their face when they find out he's not. Who knows why John the Baptist was not in the truth? Was he a righteous man? Was John the Baptist a sinner? Yo, goddamn. John the Baptist was selling weed then.
I heard that I believe he used to go and collect things from the bush and stuff like that.
No, John the Baptist, he was a righteous priest of the Lord in terms he taught the Lord's ways and taught people to repent and change. All right, you can share it out too if anybody wants to just let the brothers know. All right, I know you all been here since the lecture. You all show great support. If anybody wants to just pass it up and they'll bring it in. You ain't have to get up and walk around. All right. John the Baptist, was he a sinner? Sis, thank you. God damn, give me some style, man. You're like, well, I know he ain't sin, but I ain't gonna be wrong. He didn't sin. So why wasn't he in the truth?
Because he didn't believe on Christ. He didn't
Exactly.
believe that was him.
He didn't believe Christ. He taught about Christ. He baptized Christ. But what did he send his men to do when he was locked up? Anybody? What did he send his men to do when he was locked up? Come on.
He sent them to ask Yahushua, is it you, or do we look for another?
Yeah, he sent his men to question Christ. And Christ said what? Go tell John the blind see and the deaf hear. You understand? And the sick are healed. And as John then left, his disciples asked him, yo, what's up with that? And he said, what do you think? He expected to be a reed shaken by the wind, meaning John is a rough brother. He lived on wild honey and locust. You know what locust is? That nigga eats that shit. You understand? And his men gonna be rough and they're gonna approach it. They see something off. But he said, there has been no greater prophet born of a woman than John the Baptist. Yet will he be least in the kingdom of heaven. To be in the truth, you're going to have to, one, obey the laws, and two, follow the man who the Lord chose to lead at that time. In Egypt, could you walk out of Egypt without following Moses? You understand? Did everybody who walked out of Egypt, did they obey all God's laws? Hell no. So what was the important thing? Following the man. You understand? That's important. You can't just, well, I keep the laws and we don't eat pork. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Chaanakah. Yahweh Shalom, Yahweh. What the hell is that nonsense? You're going to have to follow the man who the Lord sent. It's always been like that. It has always been like that, and it will always be that way. And if you don't follow the man who the Lord sent, well, go ahead and gamble then. I'm bad at gambling, that's corruption. I just follow orders, you know what I mean? It's easier that way. All right? So read it again, 27.
Verse 27. And Matthias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me.
So he gave an order. Y'all come follow me. Whoever want to keep the law and keep the covenant, follow me. You see this nigga just killed for the law. We in the bad time, wisdom would say, follow that man. Go ahead.
Verse 28. So he and his sons fled into the mountains.
So where?
Into the mountains, and left all that ever they had in the city.
Right. So he and his men, they fled into the hills, high ground, left everything. They didn't go back to pack. They rode, sent messages for the women and children, and get the hell out. Why? You just killed the king's man. You gonna stick around, take a selfie? You know what I mean? For selfie stick and post it and share it. Nah, nigga, we gotta get gone. Go ahead.
Good, sir. And to be on high ground, that's also a war.
It's strategic, yeah. And you want the high ground to fight, right? Go ahead.
Verse 29. Then many that were sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness.
Then what?
Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness.
So now some people went with Matthias, and some people who sought after what? Justice and judgment. They want the law too. They're zealous of the law too. Where did they go? In the mountains? Where they went?
and down into the wilderness.
They went opposite Mattathias. Mattathias went to the mountains. Then many who sought after justice and judgment, they went into the wilderness. They went somewhere else. Let's see what happened.
To dwell there, verse 30, both they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because affliction increased sore upon them.
Right, so now they took everybody and went with them because, of course, the Greeks now coming into the city. Just like, I mean, something happened and some white man died in the ghetto. What are they going to do? They're going to flood the hood with cops. Right, and that Mark Duggan thing had something to do with the cop they chopped up about 10 years ago. Cockley or Hockley or something like that.
Yeah.
You all have bland faces of that. So I know more history than you. All right there. I feel myself. We had some riots before, right? It was about 10 years ago with where McDuggan thing was in Tottenham, right?
Yeah.
It was some gang. What's the name of the boy? Some boys. They locked all of them up now. Y'all don't know the name of the damn gang. What's the name of the gang?
For the Tottenham man.
The Tottenham man there. Yeah. TMD. That's the name of the gang, I'm telling you. And they had some clash with them. Somebody died, or some young person died, some young brother. They started clamping down on the gang so much. Most of the older heads was locked up. But the cops was associating the young boys with the Tottenham man then. And somebody got killed and had a whole riot. And they killed somebody, hacked a cop up with a machete, with a cutlass.
That's my ground.
Say again?
The police killed my ground. That's Cynthia Jarrett.
Okay, and what happened to the cop?
Oh, they murdered him. They
separated him. They made it clear. Yeah. Now listen, that had to be the Lord. I didn't know you, I don't know you at all. And that's your relatives you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? And I just bring this up based on the story we're just talking about. Like, we one people. And we had honest. Now, from that incident, they have always been harassing that area in Tottenham. Even though the Mandan gang, that gone. That's 20-some years ago, something like that. Them fellas done. But that cop, he had to get justice. That thing with Mark Duggan, now I ain't saying I got no proof, but I have a strange feeling it's justice for that thing. You understand? Like, we have to get one of them back. And we'll just get the one that we could pin it on. Alright? They get a little more than they bargained for. It cost them a few buildings, but that's the price of a black man, though. Go do the damage on all them buildings they pulling down. That amount is how much Mark Duggan's life was worth. Because if you didn't kill him, you wouldn't have to spend that. So that's the life of a black man. Right? If you ever want to know how valuable your life is, just count the cost after the riot. I ain't telling nobody go burn up down for the wiretaps. I'm not instigating rioting for the wiretaps. Right? You all know they're watching everybody, Big Brother. Right? But this is something they always do, all right? So some people followed, went on their own. Some people were left with Mattathias. The Lord is about to show you who he's with. Go ahead.
Verse 31. Now when it was told the king's servants and the host that was at Jerusalem in the city of David that certain men who had broken the king's commandment were gone down into the secret places in the wilderness, they pursued after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they encamped against them.
Now listen, the king heard that some men did not go into the mountains, that some men went into the plains. And he sent men to march on them. Why didn't the king send men to march on the mountains?
The Lord wanted it that way.
The Lord wanted it that way, but what did the king say? Well, no, we're not going to the mountains, we'll go there.
It's easier to get them.
Say again?
It's easier to get them in the lower place.
Yeah, you can't fight. Imagine, you all have siblings. Imagine you on the top step, your younger brother or older brother trying to get you. You higher, you kicking them down. It's harder to fight up. So the better fight is down here, right? Go ahead.
And make war against them on the Sabbath day.
But you was right. The Lord wanted it like that. So now he sent his men down there to fight them on the Sabbath day, right? What do the Christians say about the Sabbath? Or the super zealous about the Shabbat?
They say that you can't do
Any work. You can't, you can't, turn your light on. You can't dial the phone. All that work. Then you can't breathe, right? Breathing is work. Can't do nothing on the Sabbath. The Lord had these Greeks attack these brothers on the Sabbath. Go ahead.
Verse 33. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto just they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the king's commandment of the kings, and ye shall live.
So what did the king's man tell them?
He's saying that what you done, we can put in the past. We let that suffice.
Yeah, everything you all did up to now, see all that nonsense. You all don't want to eat no pork. No white manners. Let's make a deal. See all that rioting you all did. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you all killed a couple cops. Don't worry about it. But let's put it in the past. You'll come join me. I'll forget about it. This is white man talking. Go ahead.
Verse 34. And they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day.
Now listen, brother. He gave you a deal. You said, I ain't taking no deal. We're not coming forth, and we ain't going to profane the Lord's Sabbath, right? Go ahead.
Verse 35. So then they gave them the battle with all speed.
The Greeks fell on them. Gave them the battle with all speed. It's like it go from here, nigga. You know what I mean? With all speed. Go ahead.
Verse 36. Howbeit they answered them not, neither cast they a stone at them.
They what?
Neither they cast a stone at them.
The brothers who went into the wilderness, they did not fight back. Anybody know why they didn't fight back? Not you, Parashi. I know you know everything. You head to school. Yeah. Anybody knows why the brothers who the Greeks fell on did not fight back? Say again. Who said? Somebody say. Somebody. Because it was a Sabbath day. I'm serious. Like, you're looking at me like these niggas stupid. I'm serious. They did not fight back because it was the Sabbath. Like, they told the Greeks, time out. You ever see that whole star? Somebody get clocked and staggered. Hold on. Time out. It's the Sabbath. So the Greeks are supposed to be like, well, it is the Sabbath. We'll come back tomorrow. Stay right here. No. You don't fight for your life. Go ahead.
Nor stop the places where they lay hid. Verse 37. But said, let us die all in our innocency. Heaven and earth shall testify for us that ye have put us to death wrongfully.
Brother, that's pride. Like, why would I want a story to be written about me like that? When I could whoop these devil's ass.
Is that like civil rights? Black people being hosed down, peaceful and shit.
Oh, you see where it comes to now. That's the spirit of it. This is not it, but this is the spirit of it, where you're gonna make a stand for your people, and then now somebody coming to take your life for the same people you're trying to defend. And what do? We shall overcome. We shall overcome. You just get your head bust. And not for once you would defend your brother who you love so goddamn much. Or maybe you really don't love him at all. And this is just for you, so it could be written that they bust their head on some bridge in racist Alabama. Well, we're reading about them now. They're famous, right? What's their names? What's their names? What's the name of the brother who went to the mountains? We just read it.
Matthias,
right? What's the names of the brothers who went to the wilderness? Since the earth will testify about their death. Somebody tell me their name. You all don't know it? They had to be in here because they were sure worshiping Sabbath. They had to be in here somewhere. You sure their names is not in here? Maybe the Lord don't want their names remembered for stupidity. You should have followed Matthias. Because you know what Matthias would have done? He might have said something like, if we disobey the Lord today, let the sin be on me. Y'all kill them devils. You understand? That's what a man does to protect his house. A man, he's going to come because of, I can let them come in here and violate my family, or I'll go to jail, but my family will live. I'll go to jail. That's a man's decision. A man, he could think like that in that moment to be like, I'll go to jail today. You understand?
Oh my God.
But a Christian, yeah, you going? Boy, get down the bar hand, man. Listen, down the bar is his man to your friend Charles and the high hold days. He had to step off for a second and he put on a powerful leg. I was taking it to you now. I know you thought I wasn't here. I was watching it. Don't worry. She kicked it to them. I'm gonna take it to Nottingham. They tell her, teach them. No, for real. I'm gonna try and see if we can get it up there. You gonna come on back?
Yeah, I'll be back in a bit.
Most High in Christ. All right, cool. Lord Christ. All right. They died on the Sabbath day, being Christian, because they didn't follow the man the Lord said to follow. You get the point? Go ahead.
Verse 38. So they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath day and slew them with their wives and children and their cattle to the number of 1,000 people. Verse 39. Now when Matthias and his friends understood hereof, they mourned for them right sore. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done, and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, then we'll now quickly root us out of the earth.
Go ahead.
At that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whosoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against them.
We will do what?
We will fight against them.
Go ahead.
Neither will we die all as our brethren that were murdered in the secret places.
Now understand this. You trying to keep the law, but you would not fight for the opportunity for the future people to keep the law. It's retarded. You get the point? It's super, super retarded. Like, if you don't fight, everybody died. Ain't nobody gonna be keeping this up next week. Next week Saturday is going to come, and ain't nobody gonna keep it. You need some help, sis?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, no sweat.
Yeah.
Really deep, baby. You know what I mean? Like, this is now skipping to where they went to war. So Matthias decreed that anytime the Greeks come to them on the Sabbath, and in this book, it gives you the account of this story too. All right? It gives you the account of this story, and it says that the Greeks had a council and said, based on the first battle, they was going to attack Israel every Saturday. Every Sabbath. Right? Every seventh day. Because they knew what? That we would now not fight. Because some Christians decided not to. You get the point? Say again? That's what they did. They tried to catch us weak. Everything to our back there, sis?
No, so to clean up some food.
Oh, you need some space.
No,
you want to get a broom? I'll send for the broom for you.
Yeah,
No sweat. She getting the broom for you.
yeah.
Okay, no sweat. All right, let's skip me to where they fought for the temple and rededicated, and we close up. All right, we're gonna go through more of it next week. Next week, I believe, is the closing of it, where we just go through more of it, so you get the history of it. All right. So this is what happened here. Matthias, he's in the mountains with Israel. As he's there, what Matthias did, he would take some of his men. No, Matthias later died. He was an older brother. He died, and he made his sons high ranking. The oldest son, Simon, was like a leader. He was like a high priest. And he said Judas would be a captain, meaning Judas would be the one going to war. Judas is the Greek for Judah, right? Maccabee is the Latin for hammer, right? Judas Maccabath. Yehoiada Maccabath was his name in Hebrew, right? Judah the hammer. Think about how rough they call him the hammer, brother, because he bring me pain. And in him leading the armies, he would lead raids back on the Greeks in Jerusalem and drive them out over and over and over again, and got back our temple. And after doing it, he had rebuilt the temple, rebuilt the altar, redecorated it, and that's the Feast of Chaanakah. You got it? Go ahead.
First Maccabees 3:17. Who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said to Judas, how shall we be able, being few, to fight against so great a multitude?
Right, so now Judas leading them to fight these Greeks. And these Greeks have a massive army. Why did the Greeks have a massive army? Because the white man is such a good warrior? Because white people can fight?
It's because they Hellenize a lot of races.
Explain Hellenize. Not everybody's a scholar like you. You know. Use the scholars.
Basically, Hellenizing someone is when you make them follow your religion and your way of life. So they did that to everyone.
So basically, the Greek army is who?
It's basically
Abdul,
yeah.
Young Pong Ho. Who else? Every heathen is fighting for the white man.
That today's in the Olympics, the people that win the gold medals for America, 8 Americans.
Oh, now you see it. You understand? Like the white man, he enslaves everybody, and now everybody fights for him.
Yeah.
So now Judas and the rest of Israel watching this army and is like, good night. How we beating them? Right? Go ahead.
And so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day. Verse 18, unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shot in the hands of a few.
Right? They have been fasting to get strength from the Lord. And they was like, listen, we've been fasting, we ain't been eating, how we gonna fight? Judas had to now talk to his men. Right? Go ahead.
And with God of heaven, it is all one.
Read it again.
Slakia. Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
Right? It's not a big deal for a lot of people to get behind work by the hands of a few. Go ahead.
And with the God of heaven, it is all one.
And with the Lord on our side, it's all the same. Right? Go ahead.
To deliver with a great multitude or a small company.
You understand? Judas is telling them, listen, you only have to worry about nothing. Size don't matter about nothing. We're going to turn them back. Go ahead.
Verse 19. But the victory of the battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength coming from heaven.
How do you win if you're an Israelite? That's right. Who gives you victory? Not your strength, not your skill. The Lord gives you victory. The Lord makes you who you are. I think every race you see in Bolt run, he cannot say he's obeying the Lord, but the Lord is making him win. He could have pulled up every single race. And Asafa Paul pull up every single goddamn race. Everybody's like, what happened to Asafa? So just call him Cassava Paul. You know what I mean? Like the Lord could give you victory, or he could, you know, like obeying the Lord. Now, look at what we do and we don't fully obey the Lord. Imagine if we do it as a full nation, brother. A handful of us would destroy the heathens. Look at what we do on their playing fields. American football. You see them brothers? Them brothers, I'm not lying, them brothers be huge. You'd never think a man that size could run like that. Them brothers be 6'5", 350 pounds. You not running away from him. I'm telling you straight. You better pull your gun out. You gotta shoot one of them niggas. But imagine you put a sword in his hand and a Bible in next. And tell him God be blocked. And anybody bringing heroin in here, cut them in half. Now we don't have no more drugs in the neighborhood. It's a wrap. And the Lord will give us victory over everything. And we see it so much. You all heard of, again, your American stories, now let me forget your board. That's the only thing I know. So now, there's a place in Philadelphia called Liberty Place. It's just like your Birmingham shopping center where the bullring is. Imagine it's one group of people who own all those stores and high-rise buildings, right? That's how it is in every city. You might think it's different people own them malls and them tall buildings, but usually it's just a handful of people. It's like 5 or 6 rich Edomites who put their millions together and buy the block. There's a like
Freemason places. Liberty Plaza.
Like any plaza you see with a ton of commerce, ton of business, usually it's a handful of devils who own it. So there's a place in Philadelphia called Liberty Place. If you ever get a picture of Philadelphia or a movie, just like New York, they'll always show the Statue of Liberty and the bridge. London, they'll show the Big Ben and the bridge. Philadelphia, that's Philadelphia's backdrop, because their buildings is the highest in Philadelphia. It's 3 glass buildings going up. We speaking on one of their corners. They first hired a DJ to play music louder than us. Of course, we have a brother in Philadelphia called Captain Chaanakah. His name is Trumpet Sound. So you know that didn't work. That DJ had to pack up quick. They decided now they're going to take us to court. They're going to sue us, right? So they had a team of lawyers, like 10 lawyers, and put all our tapes from the internet. There's a tape a brother named Gabariala did. in Times Square when he read Psalms 137 about how happy shall we be when we dash their little one's head against the stones. And then Gabariala said, I'm gonna buy some new boots, and these boots I'm gonna smash your baby's head and play that in court. Right? Went to the Supreme Court, right? Went to Supreme Court rulings because they're trying to stop our freedom of speech. They paid $250,000 in lawyer fees. And the Supreme Court judge says these black men did not break the law. They have a right to speak the words of the law. And we went in there, one rinky-dink lawyer, files all over the place. And they have their full power team and they lost. Why? Because we had more money than them? We had more people? No, because Commander GEN.YAHANNA gave an oath and never broke it. Never broke it. When men left him, he did not put his sword down so I could come into the truth even though he did not know me. So you all have a chance now. Imagine he turned his back there and never held on to the truth. Well, imagine what this room would be. It'd be a Christmas tree in this corner. There'd be mistletoes everywhere. Somebody would be stabbing somebody tonight because somebody would have been having sex with somebody, woman, right in here. But he did not put the sword down. And he held on to obeying the law. Obeying the law. And the Lord raised him up as the man that we are to follow. The man that we are to get behind and build this nation up under his guidance. You get the point? Now you all step up in here and do the same. Have the same commitment. Have the same spirit of sacrifice. Like buckle down and get serious, because there's brothers and sisters just like yourselves who's suffering horribly now that need a place to come and get right. That need some way when they get out of prison or they get off the drugs or get out some house where they're being raped or molested to come to and fix themselves. And if we put our sword down and join these heathens and become Christians overnight, we'd have failed them. You understand? Brother, in the back there have the youngest baby in your room. If we all do not continue this, that boy will grow up doing what? What will he grow up doing? What do you think he's going to grow up doing?
Everything unlawful.
Everything unlawful, because that's what's profitable to UK. You understand? That's profitable to UK. You get the point? We're going to have to do this thing and do it right and do it serious and not put down the sword. Keep reading.
Verse 20. But they come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children.
Because they come against us with much pride and much iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children. You can't tell me that in the spirit of right now. He is proud in the way he destroys us. He is happy. Everybody know Mark Duggan, and I'm saying him because that's the only one I know of. But everybody knows there was something wrong about that shooting. He don't give a damn. He make a series called Lawful Killing. You all know the motive behind that documentary? Why did they bring the documentary up? To show us that the cops was wrong?
No, to rile us up.
To show you human things.
To rile us up, I think.
That's one part of it. That's not the main part. That's one part of it, to rile us up, to start that whole, revolting. You forgot? You don't know. How many times you watch Lawful Killing? I watched it 3 times already. The first night I got here.
It's to show that we can do what we want and get away with it.
Yeah, justify.
It's to make money. How many black people watch Lawful Killing today? How many black people watch it? Have you all seen it?
No.
You haven't seen it yet. How many people in the room seen it? All right? That's in this room. Brother, black people's going to watch Lawful Killing like it's 10 Commandments. Black people going to get all the blunts in the world and say, man, let's go watch Lawful Killing. Let's see what this was. I ain't saying don't watch it. But why they bring it out now? Why not back then? If they want to tell the truth. It's making money. It's like making money. It's money making. They don't give a damn about the truth. Okay, the cops was wrong. They killed him. Now what? We just walk around and be like, the white man's the devil? We knew that before the goddamn documentary. is for him to make money. Because in his pride, he destroys us. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to come make money off you. You understand?
Yeah.
Every slave movie is what? To show how evil the white man was in slavery? Huh? What's it for? To make money. Anybody see 12 Years a Slave? You seen that movie 12 Years a Slave, right? It was about, y'all don't know it? 12 Years a Slave is I don't know how true it is. They say it's a true story. It was when the South in America had slavery, the North had free slaves. This proud Negro from Washington, D.C., boy, D.C. is ground zero for Uncle Tom. Some white men came and told him he played the guitar so well and he's so educated, and he went drinking with them. They dropped him and took him back, sold him into slavery. He was a free man. He spent 12 years in slavery, and he kept a diary, and the whole thing is about him being a slave back again from a free man, and how rough it was, and you know what I mean, he's supposed to be free, and sooner or later his somebody from North who knew him came and got him. Now the white man made a movie called 12 Years a Slave, and the slaves is played by Africans. Is that to tell our story? They bring a brand new African actor called Lupita Nyong'o. That was her breakout movie, and she's the biggest, blackest thing in history in Hollywood right now. Like she's the next Beyonce or something. And everybody's like, look what they did to us. You know what would have been more impactful? If they put a woman who everybody knows is black and adores, and show the white man whipping the skin off her back. Imagine if put Beyonce on there or Rihanna and a back open, because it was a graphic movie, back open up, brother. I mean, open with the whip. That would do something. But you put some old ugly African, you think I care about that? Broad black until she put, brother. I didn't feel sorry. It was just not enough for me. But their pride in our destruction is a huge thing. You understand? Keep reading.
And to spoil us. But we fight for our lives.
So we do what?
But we fight for our lives.
Go ahead.
And our laws. Throw them before our face. And as for you, be ye not afraid of them. Verse 23. Now as soon as they had left off speaking, they leapt suddenly upon them. And so Saran and his host was overthrown before him.
Right, that's the man who in charge of that army, that heathen army. Go ahead.
And they pursued them from the going down of Betharan unto the plain, where were slain about 800 men of them, and the residue fled into the land of the Philistines. Then began the fear of Judas and his brethren, and an exceeding great dread to fall upon the nations round about them.
Right, so now when Judas beating the Greeks, they started hearing about this nigga who leading this band of niggas who whooping everybody ass. You understand? And it started to perpetuate throughout the land. They started to fear him. This is not where I want when he rededicated the temple. That's I think 4 and 51, somewhere around there. Chapter 4.
Chapter 4 and 50. First Maccabees 4 and 51. Furthermore, they set loaves upon the table.
Skip up to 44.
Verse 44. Who cleansed
42.
Verse 42.
41.
41. Then
so you can't really leave nothing now. You all read it up. We're going to go through the parts we skip out next week.
Go
ahead.
Verse 41. Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress until he had cleansed the sanctuary. So he chose priests of blameless conversation, such as had pleasure in the law.
Right, so he chose men who were zealous for the law, who had blameless conversation, meaning men who didn't offend nobody or do anything, you know what I mean? They have a good reputation. Let me put it like that. All right, go ahead.
Who cleansed the sanctuary and bare out the defiled stones into the unclean place. Verse 44. And when they had consulted what to do with the altar of burnt offerings, which was profaned, they thought it best to pull it down.
Right. They destroyed the altar that the Greeks sacrificed on and destroyed. That altar that we had that was once holy that they put the pig on and they cut the pig open and eat on it, they took that out of the temple. All right, go ahead.
Lest it should be a reproach to them, because the heathen have defiled it.
Right, they don't want that in there. It's like they don't want anybody to ever be like, is that the same thing that them Greeks did something on? Get that out. They need to make the Lord's place holy again. Go ahead.
Wherefore they pulled it down, verse 46, and laid up stones in the mountain of the temple in the convenient place, until there should be a prophet to show what should be done with them.
Go ahead.
Then they took whole stones according to the law, and built a new altar according to the former.
Go ahead.
And made up the sanctuary and the things that were in the temple, and hallowed the court. They made also new holy vessels, and into the temple they brought the candlestick and the altar of burnt offering, and of incense and the table.
You understand? So all the things the Greeks took, Judas went and got it back. And then he made new cups and new vessels and a new altar. He put new decorations on the wall. Go ahead.
Verse 50, and upon the altar they burned incense, and the lamps that were upon the candlestick they lighted, that they might give light in the temple.
Right, so they bring the giant candlestick. Imagine how huge, probably the size of this wall. Huge, solid gold. And they have wax in it. And they light it. That won't light up the whole room. You understand? Go ahead.
51. Furthermore, they set the loaves upon the table, and spread out veils, and finished all the work which they had begun to make. Now, on the 25th day of the 9th month, which is called the month of Caslu, in the 148th year, they rose up betimes in the morning, and offered sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offerings which they had made. Look at what time and what day the heathen have profaned it, even in that was dedicated with songs and cisterns and harps and cymbals.
Right, so he's saying this was the same time period. Remember, it was the 14th day that they came in there and did everything. And years later, many wars later, Judas rose up and be like, look at when the heathens did this, and today we have it back. Because we stuck together and obeyed the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 55. Then all the people fell on their faces, worshiping and praising the God of heaven, who had given them good success. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days, and offered burnt offerings with gladness, and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise.
Right, so that's what we end up. The feast of the dedication. When he rebuilt the temple, brought everything the heathen stole back in, and had a party 1 week long for the death of our enemies. And if you know Israel could party. You don't have as much Hispanics over here. A Hispanic birthday party lasts the whole week. I'm talking about 2 in the morning, and they're jamming, brother. That's how we're supposed to be for the whole week, where we gather for each night somewhere, and there's music and drinks and food and playing, the kids playing, and we don't do anything else, but we have a week-long festivity that remembers what we fought for. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 57, they decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold.
Right, and put crowns of gold outside. Go ahead.
And with shields.
With what?
Shields.
With what?
Shields.
What do you think is a shield? Think it's a shield like in sword? No. This. Shield of David. It's called the Magan Dawada, or Shield of David. They put this all over where?
And they decked the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold and with shields.
And with shields. With crowns and with shields all over. You understand? That's what we did, because the heathens did not respect us. And thanks to Parashia, thanks to Karathia, thanks to Dumdaba, Banyamin and their wives and sisters, everybody who come down, we gonna dedicate this place too. We gonna make this place ain't done. Y'all think it's done? It ain't done. I know it look fantastic, but it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more. This is gonna be ours, like Judas had this for Israel. It's gonna be a place where people can come and learn and shed themselves for the world and change. And sisters could go back to be the princesses and the daughters of Israel, and the brothers gonna come up in here and learn to be strong soldiers for the Lord and take to the streets and steal black people again away from these heathens and away from these religions. You understand? So that's it. Any more? All right. We good. Any questions? Yo, sure, you're ready to get the music going, the wine flowing, the food, you couldn't wait. We good? All right, cool, we done. Without a pass over to priest and officer Chaanakah. We're going to finish with prayer. So this is going on for 8 days. Next week we close it on what? The Sunday? The Sunday night right here. We're back again next week to close it off and to feast again with some liquor. All right, bring your friends and family. Announcements, do the announcements and then the prayers. The same prayers we started with, all right?
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashira, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department, or the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, the closing of a Chaanakah, or Aksham and Akbar to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, black boots, shirt, pants, headband or headscarf. And with that, Imadium. Imadium means to stand. Wapanya. Wahakadam means face to east. Rise and face to east. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakoka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, the Thundanawa, the Kab, Cow, the Wab, Wasalakanawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafnawa, Wala'ah, Dabaya Ainawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Right, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha Allah, Waha Papara, La'ai Walamyam,
Our Father, which art in heaven,
hallowed
be thy name.
name.
Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Hakah, the power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Babu Kusha, the Thundanawa, Hakah, Larapa'ah, Kalmahila, Wakalmadawa, Hakah, Lataha, Hamatazarayim, Hakah, Lahakayim, Hamathim, Hakah, Arakawa, Hatama Allah, the Garashan, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, the water Aman.
Don't stop it. In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahawashi. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahawashi. Thank you. So be it.
Now we're going to do the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Mata Zabiyah.
Tatabiyah.
Ala Wapyahana.
Ala Wapyahana.
Ha Ala Wapyam.
Ha Ala Wapyam.
Ha Suranyam.
Ha Suranyam.
Ha Quatazayanyam.
Ha Quatazayanyam.
Ha Kalayanyam.
Ha Kayayanyam.
Wa Akwafyam.
Wa Akwafyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahanna.
Commanding General Yahanna.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariam.
Al-Hahariam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ayim.
Ma'ayim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamaka.
Shamaka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shamaka.
Shamaka.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamaka.
Shamaka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yan.
Al-Yan.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ayaka.
La'ayaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamaka.
Yashamaka.
Makalrai.
Makalrai.
Yashama.
Yashama.
Afnapashka.
Afnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashama Taza. Yashama Taza Afka.
Yashama Taza Afka.
Wabawaka.
Wabawaka.
Ma'aita.
Ma'aita.
Wa'ain.
Wa'ain.
I will love you.
I will love you.
Amen.
Amen. In English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
From all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. Psalm 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahayim. Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Dakarash.
Al-Dakarash.
Al-Dakwat.
Al-Dakwat.
Al-Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Al-Wab. Al-Yabaka.
Al-Yabaka.
Yahama Yawam.
Yahama Yawam.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Amaka.
Al-Amaka.
Yamwa.
Yamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Tazawa.
Tazawa.
Al-Tazawa Panka.
Al-Tazawa Panka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wala Akidam.
Wala Akidam.
Magaya.
Magaya.
Wala Yazaka.
Yazaka.
Sham Yasha'ala,
Sham Yasha'ala,
I Wada, Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa I Tazawa,
Nawa Itazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alika,
Alika,
Barak,
Barak,
Yakathwa,
Yakafwa,
Aalia,
Alaya,
Adawam,
Adawa,
Wa, Shama, Yashamai Allah,
Yashama,
Sakya, Mawaba,
Mawaba,
Wahagayam,
Wahagayam,
Gabal,
Gabar,
Wa'aimawan,
Wa'aimawan,
Wa'aimalak,
Wa'aimalak,
Palashat,
Palashat,
I'm Shabia,
I'm Shabia,
Tazawa,
Tazawa,
Gam Ashawa,
Gam Ashawa,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salam,
Aisha Laham,
Aisha Laham,
Kamadiam,
Kamadiam,
Kashaya Sarah,
Kasaya Shara,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Kwayashwan,
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan,
Ayan,
Da'ara,
Dara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La Adama,
La Adama,
Shayasa Amwa,
Shayafamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yabamawa,
Yabamawa,
Ka'irab,
Kairab,
Wakaza Abak,
Wakaza Abba,
Wakaza Abak,
Wakaza Abba,
Wakatazan Manawai, Kal, Kal,
Kal,
Nasa Ainawa,
Nasa Ainawa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amawa,
Amara,
Nayarasha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawana,
Lanawana,
Af,
Af,
Na'awa,
Nawa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahayam,
Shayatamwa,
Shayafamwa,
Kagalaga,
Kagalaga,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Raka,
Raka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Tabaira,
Tabaira,
Yaira,
Yaira,
Wakalaba,
Wakalaba,
Salahat,
Salahat,
Hayam,
Hayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Sarad Atma,
Saradatma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapaka,
Wapaka,
Sabahalam,
Sabahalam,
Mala'ah,
Mala'ah,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabukwashwa,
Wayakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Aidya
Ai,
Wayakapawa,
Wayakapawa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kayata,
Kayasa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Ila Yawan,
Ayalawan,
Aikalha, Arataza,
Ayalaha, Rataza,
Aman,
Aman. In English. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee, have lifted up the head.
And lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Thy heathen ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel. May be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, and so also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Orem, and like Zeb, yea, all their princes, as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. So we pray for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. And death to the heathen. That speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the school. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. And death to the heathen. And shake loose. The pockets of the rich of Israel. That refuse to give to the school. Force their riches. To enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. And death to the Edomites. And the nations. And their drug dealers. The court system. The prison system. The Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies. Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinheads. Posse Comitazi. The gay movement. The lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. NASA space program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And the airways. The cable access channels. And the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people. That seek to stop us. And bring swift death. To all the heathen. That stand in the way. Or try to stop us. From broadcasting your words. Throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the terrorists. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And destroy. Cause the terrorists. Come against America. Cause terrorists. Come against United Kingdom. And destroy them. their strongholds.
In their strongholds.
Let America shake.
Let America shake.
Let United Kingdom shake.
Let United Kingdom shake.
At the hands of the terrorists.
At the hands of the terrorists.
Let your house shine.
Let your house shine.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Come down with the flying
And
saucers.
kill all the heathen.
And kill all the heathen.
That come up against us.
That come up against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
And it is the angels that had done it.
And it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it. I'm going to bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh. He's going to say a prayer in Hebrew first. And we do it in rap order. If you have any loved ones you want to pray for, when the turn comes, you just say their names, all right? We do it in order, all right? Go ahead, Wakad.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Barakanawa.
Barakanawa.
Wa Yasha'ala.
Wa Yasha'ala.
Wahabaya.
Wahabaya.
Sapayam.
Sapayam.
Barakapa.
Barakapa.
Magan Hagan.
Magan Hagan. Tazawayala.
Tazawayala.
Yakazaka Allah.
Yakazaka Allah.
Yashkabawan.
Ayashkabawan.
Yakazaka Allah.
Yakazaka Allah.
Hylian family.
The Hylian family.
Izaran family.
Izaran family.
Every brother and sister in the UK struggling to come into the truth.
Every brother and sister in the UK struggling to come to the truth.
The Gordon family.
The Gordon family.
The Bennett family.
The Bennett family.
And the Conley family.
And the Conley family. Atara. Carmel. Shania. Julian. Cynthia. Vincent. Kingsley.
Anyone want to pray for?
Delani. Renee. Stephen. And the Wilson family. The James family. The Williams family.
And the Stanislaus family. Good? Yeah. Sister, start from the front and go back.
The Gardner family.
The Gardner family.
The
The Cook
Cook family.
family.
And
And
the Gibbons family.
the Gibbons family.
12 tribes.
The 12 tribes.
The George family.
The George family. Julian.
Kendon.
Keelan.
The Ramsey family.
The Ramsey family.
Sinclair family.
The Sinclair family.
The Darby family.
The Darby family.
Jarrett family.
The Jarrett family.
The Heslop family.
The Heslop family.
Calm.
Kai.
Silda.
Silda. Henry. Christine. Elliot.
The Biggs family.
The Big family.
12
The 12 tribes. Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Tawada Aman. And what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Jesus, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Jesus. Thank you, and so be it.
So weird.
Sir, one cursing suit to the teacher.
Sisters, Yashabiam, and sisters.
Dr. Yashabiam.
Sister, we salute the sisters after the
One cursing suit to the teacher. Imadiam Shabbat. Imadiam Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Brakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Brakatah.
Shah.
Yajamata.
Yajamata.
Sa. Sisters, Imadiam.
Sisters Imadiam, please stand. One courtesy salute to sisters.
Sisters, you all, for whoever don't have children in their hands, sisters at Imadiam Shabbat is like this. Right hand and the left, heels together, toes at a 45. Just like this, alright?
Imadiam Shabbat.
Alright?
Imadiam. Barak, Yahweh al-Shamanatah by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, Shema, Ilatah by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yajamatah. Class dismissed.
Yo, go little bit. Yo, go little bit. Alright. Now, we're gonna praise it up. Before we go, all right, anybody wants to be anointed? All right, no sweat. We have a few things just to do before we anoint. Don't stop the broadcast. All right, let's take the camera off of this, or fold the tripod up and hold it on the side or something. Put it to the side, right? Hold it on the side for now. The sister, I'm gonna need 2 priests up here. Get down there and to come hold that tripod for a second. Very important. Right? Let's reach out and call him. But yeah, let's roll the tripod there for a second. And let's just make sure you don't get just turn into suits when I'm speaking. Pressure you up here. Pressure you up.
Kira, go make sure Ben's not eating that cake in there.
All right. Sister,
quickly, son.
Yvonne, come up front. This sister here has been consistently in class for the past few months, overdue her 90 days. But what has struck, of course, Parashi, he brought to my attention, is how kind the sister is. And she definitely displayed that kindness. She was not about talk. We went to Manchester, and the whole city against us. And there was one little sanctuary we had, one little house we had, where the sister said she would do what she had to do to her house upside down. She would house the brothers, arrange with her twin sister to house whoever couldn't fit in her house. Right? Had the brother here, came down with her also. Sister fed us, cooked for us, and we felt like home there. We felt like this sister is not just a sister in school, but a friend to the truth. And today her name will no longer be whatever her name is, but today her name will be Rawah, which is the Hebrew for Ruth, which is friendship or a friend. All right, sis? So you're going to get your name today. You earned it. All right, step forward a little bit. Let's pull your roll back. Don't worry, you're going to drip a little bit. Lean your head backwards. All right? From this day forth, you are bound to this body. You are sister forever. All right? You cover your head now, sis. We're going to say a prayer. Only the priest up here repeat after me. Sis, when I point at you, you're going to say your name. Every time I point at you, your name is Rawah. Rawah. I'm gonna write it down up here for you in a second. We're gonna get a whiteboard in here, all right?
Come on.
All right, only the brothers up here repeat after me, all right? Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh. Hanyawa.
Aliyaka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha
Yahweh. Hanyawa. Aliyaka. Wayashamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahweh Shai. Barak. Rapal. Magun. Hagun. Rawah.
Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
Kawada Aman. Most High in Christ. What we just said in English was, Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, and protect you. All right? Congratulations, sis. I appreciate it. This is for every sister who made, all right? I know your twin is not long, too. All right, soon come, all right? You have a little bit longer to go. No problem. Brother, if you could just hold this tripod from this brother here? Please, sis. Thank you. All right? And we ain't done. We ain't done now. There's another brother in here who don't go off to the side, huh? Come on, brother. Officer Banyamian. So this brother here, brother, is about Israel as Israel could be. This brother was at the camp on the side teaching everybody. Then he told him, listen, brother, you have to stop that if you want to be here. And he stopped. Brother would come down and all, you know, bright yellow jackets, you know, Jake like to dress. I said, brother, if you want to be in here, I'll be in all black. He came down in all black. But the brother has progressively done what a brother who's serious about the Lord is supposed to do, which is be corrected. This brother shows his zeal no matter what happens. He's willing to learn how to do it better. And he doesn't, his zeal is never out. That fire is always there with him. I've seen it. Like, no, go left. All right, come on, he's gone and he's ready to go again. You understand? And that type of man is always valuable in truth, as these brothers here could attest, Dumbuba could attest. And the brother has been excellent coming up in here, has brought his whole family in. His rib couldn't come. She had the slave tonight. His rib, listen, cook every day, tend to everything that needs to be done. Came in here and got on the floor at Parashi and put the what's them strips up all on the side. These skirts and trimmings on the, nail and hammer, brother. And then get in the kitchen right after. Got together with the sisters Tizanawai, Kwaradara, Tizanawai, the sister was Nakapaya, also even Nakabadwak also got together with the brothers Rib and put things together for the feast days, the school, you know, put things together. The brother has been an excellent friend and support in this truth. And not only that, he's also sacrificed a whole ton. His vehicles going to camp back and forth, took us to London, got down there, war with him, he ready to go again. And this building, brother, he donated this building to the school wholesale. Got in here and was with it for every single step of the way. And brother, you from today on, you are no longer going to be an officer of 50. Commander GEN.YAHANNA has said you are now going to be an officer of 1,000. All right? Go ahead. This is a moment to show you. Go ahead and try. Come on, you made it with this boy. You deserve this. You deserve it. Now, this man deserves it. This man deserves it. All right? 1 second. Only the priest up here say this with me, all right? Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
What? Why you don't say that. Who we say? Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Why Shamarka?
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa. Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Why Kanka. Yeshaya Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa. Aliyaka. Why Chaanakah. Shalom. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Barak. Rapah. Magad. Banyamyam. Bahashem Yahushai. The water Amar. That's right. Listen, and this brother had a rack of kids, only boys. I don't know if it's true. This brother, I told his brother, listen, I need to come up here. I need a place to stay. Brother told I was coming for a week. I said, brother, I need 30 days. I can't do no work in a week. He said, no problem, sir. I'm going to find out. This brother packed everybody in one room and give me the other room. I feel guilty every morning I wake up, brother. And he come down knocking the door, so like you say, anything you need, what we doing? He right there. Listen, brother, it's a pleasure to have a brother like you in this school. And you are going to set an example for every brother who comes in here of what it takes to be a man of the Lord. Congratulations.
Come.
All right, with that, you done.
Okay.
Go to the music on it. You can kill the broadcast.
Okay.